Tulsa will kick off and we'll get this game started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Navy's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We just need to see what they do today.
They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. The midshipmen come to the line facing 3rd and short. Quarterback making checks. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. Navy will have to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. The Golden Hurricane offense gets its first crack in this game. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was 2 big things. I think one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time out.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. And Navy will go back on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They go to the ground. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Guys, let's chat a bit about Navy. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star offensive lineman gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need. There he goes! Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. It is a great equalizer, a way for the midshipmen to be competitive. Nobody did it better on the ground than Keenan Reynolds.
And we're going to talk about it a lot throughout the ball game, because Navy obviously runs the football first, second, third, then their 4th option might be to pass the football.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Grab near the marker. It's John. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Let's go. From the gun, running back on the move. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And, man, that is not the third down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a fourth down now.
The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's first down from the 48. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man on the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
The give to the tailback. Makes it past the marker. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Gives it on the option. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? Shoots it to the left. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the 2nd quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Caught over the middle. It's Walker. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. And the field goal unit is on the field. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the Navy offense. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going, down 3-0. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. He's got him. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Navy comes to the line facing 2nd and short. Leaves it with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front?
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
3rd and inches, and you're throwing the football? Man, that's kind of a statement to me. I'm getting the first down. I'm saying I'm more physical than you. I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you. Defense brings the blitz because they're expecting run, still gets to the quarterback, gets the sack.
And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They try to pop a run on the draw. Got enough for the first down. Oh, and what a move, what a juke, and he makes it past the marker. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Golden Hurricane to the line facing 2nd and short. They'll try the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Tulsa seems to have the whole playbook working. Got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
I don't care what the weather is. How about the effort? I don't care that it's frozen, it's snow, it's not great weather. Nice job, nice diving catch. Forget about the snow, forget about anything else.
Breaks into the open. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab. Tulsa wasting no time. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Prime. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And how about this defense? Not getting frustrated. They've given up a bunch of yards. You're down in your scoring area, but nice job bowing your neck on third down, forcing the fourth down, not getting frustrated. Good job focusing by this defense.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. The lead now 6 here in the second.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They are searching for any type of answer they can find, down 6-0. They'll start this drive with a pass. Working that left side. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Taking it the other way. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. And Navy will go back on the attack. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate.
Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Navy quick to the line. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on first down. Good timing on the quick out. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Traore. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The give to the back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. It's complete on the right side. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Navy was pinned deep, and now a chance to put together a drive. The snap sets up to throw. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, midshipman. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here. At the very end of the first half, when you got to have it, execution has got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
So the offense has done its job. They have the lead, and they'll secure it as we head to halftime. A very conservative approach here, just taking the knee and heading to the locker room. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you have been calling a great broadcast today from there in Annapolis. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the hallowed grounds of the U.S. Naval Academy.
Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Tulsa trying to power ahead on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. From the gun, the ground game. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Quick completion on the out. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Golden Hurricane needing a big play to keep this drive going. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and sell it.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Red pass, it's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Navy searching for a 4th down conversion. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Quick strike complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record.
And into the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Navy will have it with a 1st and goal. Pushes for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Navy!
How about that drive they just put together to tie this football game up? That is exactly what we talked about in the half. Like, coaches circled them up. First drive, set the tone, tie this ball game up. That is great execution out of halftime.
Yeah, David, it looked like they really had a good plan, too. Obviously made some adjustments there at halftime, things that they would come out and try to attack this defense with, and it looks like they found something here, and that is a perfect way to start the second half. Now an opportunity here to take the lead.
The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now on the 2nd level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
Tulsa with the playbook wide open here on 2nd and short. The running back has it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
We've reached a break, and Navy holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. It would be nice to pick up a few yards on 3rd down because from here, it's a 57-yard attempt. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. Here's the return. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. And here comes the Navy offense. Leaves it with the back. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy, but the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Running to the left. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making adjustments. He's got it on the right. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. The midshipman could get really aggressive here on 2nd and short. He's brought down at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Gets it past the marker. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the 1st down, a few more 1st downs, and you can walk out of here with a dub.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, midshipman. Getting set for the point after. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now it's up to the defense to put this game on ice with a few minutes left to play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Got him downfield. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you've got the formula right. I'm right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And I think this offense is going to start to get a little frustrating. Back-to-back drives, they've had some success, but they find a way to shoot themselves in the foot. And right here, they don't protect their guy. And now, third and long situation, you know the pass rushers are coming. They know it's a pass. Got to be smart here with this play call.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Blasted as he lets it go.
And now with that play, for this offense, it's got to have it time. Yeah, I'm going for it on fourth down. Obviously, a field goal does nothing, but I got 3 timeouts, and that is a good thing. Because I have those in my pocket, I can attack the whole...
Converts on fourth down, still going. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42.
Let's go! Let's go!
Use the play fake, now to throw. Pass is complete near the sidelines, but they'll lose yardage. The Golden Hurricane way behind the chains here on 2nd down.
Here we go!
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Caught. He's not quite going to make it to the sticks. It'll be 4th down from the 36. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Well, that's the best run of the day for him so far, and he's a guy that looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. He's beginning to wear on this defense a little bit. If you're on offense, you probably want to keep giving him the ball.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming.